Hey y'all.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey,
Mother's Day.
hey,
Hey.
hey,
We live. We live.
hey. Sundays and Wednesdays, yeah. 8 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. It's the crew and you. Let's go.
You can't get any better.
Best thing about it, the way he did it the right way.
With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
Do y'all have anything to say about
What up? What up? What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. Congratulations to my dog, Chuck Little John, the OG.
Y'all didn't notice I've been changing hats all night, have you?
No.
You've been doing
That
it.
way.
And so look, let me tell you, those dudes were the first one that I ever seen with the full tracksuit, and no drawers. You know what I'm saying?
Understand that you can be at the bottom, you can be anything you want to be, and when that happens, you can be a champion like me.
You imagine 100 people just all yelling?
With the crew and you, to the crew and you, with the crew and you, to the crew and you.
What up? What up? What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. I'm your boy, Steve. To my right hand side, we got the OG of the crew, Chuck Little John. And underneath him and myself, we have Decatur's mama, Corey Davis, man. What up, fam?
What's going on? What's going on? You seem super excited tonight. Super excited.
Man, I am, man. We have a special episode for our season 3, episode 4 on Mother's Day. I have a special person right next to me, my beautiful wife, the best mother that I know, Miss Crystal Wright of Crystal Wright Law.
Put that plug in there. Put that plug in there.
We want to dedicate this show to the mothers, man. You know, we did it last year. We want to do it again this year, but we actually have a special guest on to actually hear the mother side of being in sports, man. So we're here to give them their flowers. I know Kanisha's running a little late, if possible. And
What time Kanisha coming, Corey? Look, God, I'm already doing like Kanisha ain't gonna get on. Oh no, I'm getting on. I did my hair. I'm
Hey, so we want to say thank you, baby, for coming on.
Absolutely.
We
I love
appreciate
you. This show needs some color.
Oh, man. Hercules.
Let's introduce some family members out here, man. Family to the TCY family, man.
Mhm.
Matthew Wright. What up, fam? He said he's on the ship. He has some signal. Okay. He misses us, man. We miss you too, my dog. And he says happy Mother's Day to all. And who else? My dog Don Finney is on. What's up, big homie?
Hey, baby.
Welcome to the show, big homie. All right. So let's jump on in. We might have somebody. We might have somebody coming on.
I ain't gonna be by myself.
There we go.
Baby. Hey.
Hey everyone.
Hey.
Yes, welcome.
I'm still managing little ones down there, so I
You going
don't know
back
how
and
long
forth.
I'll be on.
Okay. Well, it's good to have you on. We want to give you your flowers as well. Miss Kanisha Davis, the producer for Mr. Corey Davis over there. The one who keeps everything rolling for him. And the one who keeps the house in check over there for him, man. I know he messes it all up, so she kind of fixes it all. So happy Mother's Day to you, Kanisha.
Thank you. Happy Mother's Day, Krista.
Thank you, baby. Happy Mother's Day to you.
All right, man. Well, let's jump on in. This is about mothers and sports. And we want to hear from the mothers and what they deal with and how they deal with their children being in sports. I know my son plays ball. My kids ran track. My daughters did cheerleading. So I know we've been in it deep, and so I want to hear and know what it's like to have an athlete that you have to take around to all the games and support in a way that you're comforting and kind of pushing, because y'all seem to push them well. And you see a lot of athletes, man, make it into the league, and they always say, my mama, my mama, my mama.
What I would like to say right now, I would like to interrupt my husband because I said I was going to say that. You know, to my line. I ain't got nothing to say.
But what is it, man? How do y'all make it happen?
I guess I'll start.
I mean, mine are still little. Crystal might have.
Let me ask Kanisha first.
Crystal might have more input on this because mine are still little. You know, it's just about them learning and having fun.
Nope, 9 already. No,
It's not.
9 already on this holiest day of mothers. 9 already. Okay, let me do this. Let me get her started then, and then I'll let her chime in. So I was coaching Little League baseball, right? My son is playing. He's 3 years old. Was he 3 or 4? Right, 3 and 4. Right? So me and the coaches, it started to get a little heated. This is kids baseball, Little League baseball. So at some point, we started winning, and the coaches started to get into a fight. I look up to my right, is this knucklehead here with my daughter in her arms. I'm like, what you doing?
No, that was Aaron.
Oh, Aaron and I'm sorry, with my son, my little son in her arms, and he like a sack of potatoes. I'm like, get back in the stands. No, don't talk to my husband like that. I'm like, get back in there. Fight, ready to fight. Ready to fight.
Well, I'm Team Davis always. So if you roll up on one Davis, you roll up on every Davis. That's just how it goes. So, that was just me, you being king, I was being the queen. I was ready to you play chess?
With a child under her arm. You know what I'm saying? Came behind the fence and is on the field at this point.
Shout out to my other Red Sox moms because they were right there behind me. Team Red Sox. Everybody was ready to go. It was.
But Corey, you wouldn't expect no less, man. That's what family all about.
I get that, but listen, stay in the stands. I can handle this. Get your butt back in there.
As I was saying, I'm just there to support my kids as they learn different sports and have fun and see what we kind of switched from baseball because when I was pregnant with Aria, it was super demanding trying to get the boys to, I don't know if y'all kids did baseball, but it's like a 6-day a week, multi-hour situation. And so when I was pregnant with Aria, it just wasn't happening with his work schedule. But they prefer soccer, and it's not so bad for me. They're still young. It's about an hour and a half. So I think Crystal might have more insight on the time commitment. I'm not quite there yet because mine are 10 and under.
Okay. All right. Well, Crystal, let me hear your side of it.
So I do want to speak to the incident with Kanisha. My husband used to coach AAU basketball, and I don't play the radio about this one. I don't play the radio about my kids, but I definitely don't play the radio about my husband. And I've gotten removed from several games.
Removed?
I don't play the radio about this one. I promise you, I will fight, like physically. A parent said something to him at a game about the way he was coaching. My husband is an excellent coach. Like, he is excellent in all he does. He is an excellent coach. Okay. And you are baby. And he happened to be coaching my son, and he had him on the floor, and instead of her son, and which was fine. We were doing well, but she started screaming about daddy ball and all this other stuff. And I had 6-year-old, one of Galen's little bitty cousins with me. I was headed to take him to get candy from the little
Shout out Lil George.
And so I had his hand. Where were we, baby?
South Carolina.
Spartanburg.
Y'all out of town and you showing?
And will. Look, so I had the baby's hand. We go in, the girl started talking about my husband. Next thing I know, I was like, I'm not the one or the two, baby. I promise you. All this hair, these nails, these lashes. I'm not the one or the two. So she starts coming downstairs. I'm screaming. And the little boy pulls my hand away. He was like, I don't want no candy no more. I don't want no candy. I can't afford the candy. Anyway, story short, that's who I am as a wife and as a mother. I don't play by Chris. I don't play by this one. So that's just to that. But I do feel like it is a commitment. It's a time commitment. My children, very little. Kennedy was a competitive cheerleader where we had to travel, and that is a financial commitment, more so even than basketball. But it's a huge commitment because you go for 2.5 minutes with the cheerleading, right? So I'm there all weekend. My baby, performs once and as they go on or whatever, and it's amazing. And then with Chris, it was less of a time commitment because of Galen. So he coached everywhere Chris went for the most part. So we had that, but in the weekend games, again, a time commitment and a financial commitment. And to speak to what Galen started, I love being a sports mom. Like as a cheer mom, I was gonna scream and yell Dallas Road horses, and we out there turning up.
Turn it up.
We are going, and parents will come to us and say like, we wish we were with y'all because we support them and everything. Dad, Kennedy was cheering. Dad was cheer dad, so the cheerleaders couldn't wait for Galen to come because when Kennedy cheer sideline, he would do every single cheer, with the girls. And so it is a commitment. I do find as a mother that there is especially of boys, right? There is a commitment. And this is why you hear a lot. I believe why you hear a lot, thank you, mom. If it wasn't for you, mom, or whatever. It's not, and even where you're raised in 2-parent households, dads have they're less convinced to me that their children are going to the league or going, to play college basketball. So they're just like, okay, we're here for fun. I'm not going to pump your head up. I'm not going to make you feel like you're more than you are. For the most part. And moms are like, my baby want to go to the league, he going to the league. My baby want to go D1, he going D1. And so I think that is why it translates to when they do make it that mom, you were always by my side, because while dads may secretly, I know from my husband, it is like pulling teeth to get him to tell Chris that he was amazing. He gonna come tell me, oh my God, my son, got down today. We will have that conversation. He gonna tell Chris, keep working, son. Keep working. So
you know what? He told me he was good. Hey man, I'm so proud of him. So proud of him.
No, my baby, when he mediocre, they can't see you, right?
You can't do that. You doing right. He doing right.
Right, and that's how dads are, right? And so, but I think that it's a hard. Kids aren't really equipped to be able to process that growing up, right? So they see mom as their number one cheerleader, their number one force, and they don't realize when dads are in the picture that they are pushing and believe. Because Chris has many a day asked me if Galen really believed in him. And I have to tell him, look, you don't even know the pillow talk, baby, because this man, if don't nobody believe in you, this one believe in you. But he doesn't, I guess, want him to get a big head. It's a whole man's thing. So
listen, we don't believe in you until you bring us that car after you done made it. Hey Dad,
that's how
just want to give you the keys.
Look, I don't put so much into this. We want a house, we want vacations.
Yeah.
No, I enjoy being a sports mom. Like when Chris went off to college and there were not games that we could actively attend because COVID or whatever, I miss that. I miss it now. We're also acting parents. Mm-hmm. And so now we have to make our own fun, go to see the Hawks and the Falcons instead of our own kids. But I have thoroughly enjoyed it.
Okay. So James Littlejohn says, mom, spoil them. And we have to be truthful, he says.
Disagree.
No.
All right. So Chuck, I know you have not a similar, but I know your daughter cheered, right? She was in cheerleading as well.
Right.
So
and go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, so that experience was how was that experience with you and Tasha over there?
Well, I guess that experience, I guess, was kind of like you. I guess when Crystal said about you going and being a cheer dad, I guess I was a cheer dad at first, because kind of like Kanisha with you saying Corey's schedule. Her schedule didn't work out when my daughter first started cheering. So my wife said, you wanted to cheer, you take her to practice. So she started cheering when she was 6. So here I am, the only guy at cheer practice for the first 3 years that she cheered. And here I am at home, of course, behind the scenes, trying to teach her how to do these cheers.
That's so cute.
That was I'm getting nobody filming nothing. Having nobody filming nothing like that.
I need video.
But I know, and I told you, Gabe, I apologize for my wife. She's just not one to come on, and
that's fine. Yeah.
She's not public, but I give her props too, and I wish Krista and Kanisha wish y'all a happy Mother's Day. But yeah, that's the way it was. Yeah, she was cheering. She went to competitive cheering, football, basketball, all that kind of good stuff. So I went to some high school games that I really didn't want to go to because she cheered for a rival of the high school that I went to.
Oh.
So that was another aspect of it also.
Okay.
So wait a minute. So let me get this right, Big Charlie. So were you the guy that had the bag with all the pom-poms in it, with the shorts and the shoes and stuff, coming behind the team?
No, it wasn't like that now. they had their home bags. I just had to come home and help her learn to cheer. That's all I had to do.
I'm trying to give you flowers now. I'm trying to give you.
I don't want no flowers. I'm good with
that. So what kind of parent was or mother was Tasha, man? Was she the type that yells and screams during the game?
No, she wouldn't. She would yell and cheer. I mean, she wouldn't yell during the game and all that. She's kind of more laid back. I guess she's the direct opposite of you, Krista. She will.
I'm gonna turn up.
I guess. Yeah, no, but she would turn up when she's pushed to that absolute point. And I guess and all wives are like this. I guess if your husband and husband the same way. If you see somebody coming at your significant other or your husband or your wife, and they come in the wrong way,
yeah,
everybody's gonna turn up.
Right.
It may be a bad situation. Like Corey said, Kanisha's holding the baby, but hey, supporting the family and backing your significant other and your husband and your wife is the most important thing to me.
Man, but let me tell you, so it got to the point, and on some occasions where we had to literally talk to the mothers behind the fence. Y'all calm down, it's gonna be okay. Calm down. I wish you would. I wish. Hey. Sometimes it could be a little worse than it need to be, but I get the enthusiasm, the intensity, and sort of like Krista about my man, or I get it. But sometimes we can handle it. It just if there's wood, you guys can definitely be the lighter fluid that get it crunk, so but big shout out to the intensity.
I think that's what makes the moms so great, though. I think is their enthusiasm. I think it's their passion for their like Krista said, for their husband, their kids. Like when you see them out there, when we were with ECL, when we first started playing AAU ball, our mothers, they ran the gym. So when we walked in the gym, everybody know well, ECL's in here, because they were going to be the loudest. They was going to be and respectful. Now they weren't disrespectful until you got disrespectful, but they were going to be the loudest. That they were going to be out there cheering for their team, their kids, and then every mother out there was like a mother to each one of them kids, And I think that's what mothers are to people. That's why they mothers make the world go round, man. Without them, man, they're the most intelligent, the smartest, the smartest thing on earth. Man. I don't think I could ever be as smart as my wife is. She is.
You're the beauty. That's the thing. He's the beauty on the front.
I think that women are amazing. They are amazing, and the athletes appreciate them as well as us, man. And what we do here on this show, we know how our wives support us on this show, and so they're just amazing.
Let me tell a story real quick. So this is 2 weeks ago, right? We now have our children in. They're learning how to swim, like swim instructor, swim practice. So, all right. So my daughter is sitting there. My daughter is 2, and my daughter is sitting next to
But for legal reasons, I don't know if you should disclose this on camera.
Legal reason, I'm representing right here. I'm representing already. I'm covered in the blood. So I tell the story. Look, so these children, 2s and 3s, are sitting next to each other. The instructor is there, and while the instructor will move maybe a few feet out when she take your child, the other kids are on the edge of the swimming pool. So they tell them to, move their hands, look at the water, move their hands, kind of get, I guess, so they're not afraid of the water, not afraid of the edge. Now it's only 4 feet of water. So they're getting close, getting close to the water. Little kid bends over a little bit. My daughter nudges him.
Allegedly.
Shit. Push.
I'm sure she didn't. I'm sure she didn't.
Now this is swimming. So push them over. Little kid is in the water under. So the mom, now they don't allow us down there with the instructor. So we're in the, what is it, mezzanine? Or what do they call it?
Just the viewing deck.
Just the viewing deck, but it's a story up. We got to go through and go up. So I call it the mezzanine. And anyway, so I hear the parent go, "Oh, my son!" She go to screaming, "My son, he's underwater." So the instructor lightly picked the kid up, put him back on the curb, on the edge of the pool, and he's getting his stuff together, But she is making a beeline downstairs. Now, mind you, he hadn't said a word. He trying to get himself together because he did go under. My daughter looking like, what happened to him? When she was the one that pushed him. Now they too.
Allegedly,
yes. Okay, pushes him over. So he getting himself together. Because it's a little shocking for a 2-year-old to go up under. She comes down there and grabs, "Oh, my baby. Then he look up and he go to crying. Now, because he was fine at first. He goes to crying, and she stays down there, and she's, "What's going on?" She's trying to figure out what's really happening. And in the process, she sits down and stays the rest of the class, which I get. I understand.
You didn't understand.
I know. Let me tell you, I did understand. But I wanted, so she comes back upstairs with him. She done wrapped him up in the towel. He ain't stopped crying since she went downstairs. So she comes back up and I go, "Mom, I want to talk to you for a second." I said, from a parent and a coaching standpoint, I said, I want to apologize first as a parent because I think my daughter, I know my daughter pushed your son in. She pushed him in? Yes, she did. I said, let me go back to the coaching part of me. I said, this is swimming. He's gonna get wet. He got to get himself introduced to the water. And I said, from what I was just observing, I said, you did a great job going out there to your child. I understand that, and I get it. I said, the instructor was there. I said, but he's got to get wet. He was fine until you grabbed him, Mom. I know, but I was just concerned. I said, he was good. When you came down there, hollering and screaming, he started crying. So I go, all I'm saying from a, like I said, from a coaching standpoint, let him get wet, let him get big. I said, come here, little dude. I shook. I said, you all right? Yeah. I said, he's good. I said, man, that boy can swim now. He done been underwater. None of the kids have been underwater. Yeah, I guess you're right. But do I need to get a personal instructor? No. Bring him back. Let him get back in. I said, you should have left him there.
Corey, did you have this woman under the impression that you were a swim instructor?
No, I just said as a coach.
I ask you questions because I'm built different, baby. You would have got sweet out right then and there.
And she didn't. I mean, she understood. I may have said some better words at the time, but I was like, listen, you did a great job. I said, listen, he's gonna be fine. I said, that's a big boy. So I grabbed him, try to shake him up. He started laughing a little bit. I said, you wasn't under the water. I said, that's amazing. He was good. But did she come back? Hell no. She ain't been back. But she was upset that it happened. But I'm like, that's the reason why we're upstairs, because things like that are going to happen at times. Same way with baseball. When I'm out there, one lady tells me, my son is look out there with them. My wife looking like, shut up. I'm like, but I'm like, we got this. Let me have your child at the time. The passion of a mother kind of oversees that. It supersedes that. Yeah. Though the situation is good, I'm finna go down now. I'm finna no. But that was with my daughter. I had to share that. Now my wife, I would have been down there. I know that right, girl. Go get your babies.
No, but I agree with you, Kanisha. Like 1,000%. I might not have taken my baby out the class, and we don't know why she took the child out the class, because I'm sure Corey didn't call her up and follow up after he was being fake coach. But I might not take my baby out the class, but I was going down there and I would have sat down there for the rest of the thing. And have somebody come and tell me from a coaching's perspective, and you ain't got now badge on saying you coach anybody swimming, that would have been the last parent you ever approached. I would have went all the way off.
But guess who fell in right after that? My daughter.
But I didn't see it though.
And she was right down there.
But she fell, right? She didn't get pushed.
No, but she playing too much and fell in. And so my another lady was like, "Your daughter, she be fine."
Did anybody come talk to you, Kanisha?
No, man.
Me?
Okay, very good. Very good. Very good.
You'll be fine.
You didn't look approachable, right? You didn't even look. I'm not the one or the two. Don't come talk to me.
Ma'am.
But
No, ma'am.
I think that goes to what we were saying. That's what a mom does, and this is what a dad does. I'm on Corey's side. I'm like,
Yep.
Hey, you're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
You're gonna be all right.
But that's that balance.
If we have been there together, and this had happened, and you had started to talk to a stranger about their
I wouldn't know.
child.
I wouldn't talk to the stranger. I would have been like, "No, baby, don't go down there. He's all right. He's gonna be all right." I would have grabbed.
Yeah, I would have sat down if you had told me not to go down. We would have had a conversation later. But I would have sat down. I'm really talking about the fact that Corey done talked to this woman about her parenting.
So, well, I talked to her because my child did push her child. I won't even lie about that. Because let me tell you, so another parent finna tell on my child anyway. It was his child. His child pushed. I'm like, I saw it. I'm gonna talk to him. No problem.
But in a way, did Corey kind of like de-escalate the situation that could have
The
gotten worse?
woman didn't come back, Chuck.
I think.
I mean,
But
no,
I
I'm
think in
saying
that
is,
moment, I think he actually comforted her a little because she stopped crying. Like by the time I came upstairs, she wasn't crying anymore. She had calmed down.
Wait a minute.
She did
The
not
mother
break her
was
child.
He never said
Wait,
that.
the mother
Never
was
said
crying?
that. Never said that.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, the mom was crying. She was worked up. So I think when he went over to apologize, I think he was initially trying to calm her down because she was really worked up about I don't think she was worked up that the child fell in because men interpret communication differently. Her frustration was that she felt like the lifeguard that was on the side, she felt like it took him a little bit too long to get to her baby because she said she saw him on his phone. So she wasn't upset that he fell in, got pushed in, because she's like, they're 2 and 3. They're gonna play all of that. She felt like lifeguard should have been there immediately.
He saved that child life.
So Corey's issue, like dads do, he's gonna be okay. Her thing is, it was a situation beyond her and her child's control. She was stressed out. She was worried about her baby. She did exactly what a mom should do. She went and she comforted her child and she made her issues known. She didn't have a dad there to have that balance of, babe, it's okay, calm down. So she went straight into mom mode, and I feel she was 1,000% justified in that.
Mm-hmm. Was she a young mom?
Yes.
She said,
Oh, yeah.
And by herself. So, you know, she did the best she knew how to do in that situation.
Right.
So that may be the reason she didn't come back then.
That's what I'm saying. If you felt like there was not enough supervision, right? Like, I'm not coming back. Your staff is not attentive enough, you know. So I feel that.
When she asked me, she did ask you, should I bring him back? Yes, bring him back.
But when she got home, she got her mama, and her mama said, "My grandbaby did what?" So that's exactly how she didn't bring him. How many people were watching? They were on their phone.
And I would say this: it really wasn't but a couple seconds before the lifeguard got to. But as a mom,
as a mother,
I know that those couple seconds felt like forever for her because she was not in the immediate vicinity of her child. She's above looking down, and there's nothing that she can do about it. So, because that wasn't our child, objectively, we could say it really didn't take them long. They were there like that. But I understood from her lens, it felt like forever. I'm screaming out and having to have you get the attention to get my baby.
Right.
The instructor, the lifeguard jumped in because the instructor had another child in their hands. So I guess for safety, they didn't want to reach over and grab a second child. And the lifeguard was right there. But the instructor was also within arm's reach. So it was okay. But her panic too was justified because in that moment, she's by herself. She has no support. She's feeling out of control about the situation. She reacted like a mom should react.
So what do y'all think is the biggest challenge of having a child doing in sports?
For me, specifically with the boys, I would say it is that balance, because as a mom, you are automatically emotional support. You're protective of your baby, but at the same time, it's a world that you can't baby them through. So that's the hardest part, is the emotional balance of having to know when I have to let them like kind of tough it out and work their way through something versus me stepping in to kind of fix it for them, because my instinct is always to, run to my baby's side. So it is hard. Like if they're having a tough day, I know Austin recently had a day where they were doing soccer practice, and I guess he got picked last to be on the team. And my baby was like distraught. And like the mom and me want to tell all them kids about themselves, because like, how dare you pick my baby last, because what are you even doing? But
he was last. He needed to be last.
But no, he did not need to be last. But at the same time, he has to, grow that emotional intelligence to be able to work himself through those situations. And, so you got to switch from, oh, my poor baby, to that pep talk of, let your haters be your fuel. If they pick you last this time, you outwork everybody on that field so that they look like a fool if they pick you last next time, So it's just that trying to switch from that, toughen up encouragement mode from my natural instinct, which is to go, oh, my baby,
And that's what she do every time.
No, it's not.
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep it real once again. All right.
Don't do Kanisha like that.
Yeah, we're playing against Cam Newton. Okay, this is when he also play football.
That's different.
See, hit dog or holler. We're playing against Cam Newton's team. Okay, now mind you, I ain't gonna lie to you. The team we only had, I think, 16 players. Cam Newton team, they had 40 players.
They had a full NFL roster.
So my son was playing both offense and defense. Now at the same time,
Tell the whole story. My son was also playing up because of his size, right? Okay. Because he was a big, 5-year-old at the time. He was basically playing with the 7-year-old team. And Cam Newton's 7-year-olds looked like they were 40. So
my kid is pushing and pulling on that offensive line. He offensive guard, but he wasn't necessarily a defensive kid, So he's pushing and pulling. Now I ain't gonna lie, after every play, this one kid at the time, 5 years old, he was 79
No,
pounds.
he wasn't. He was 7.
Okay, he was 7. All right. He was 79 pounds. He's leaning on Austin after every play.
He was my height.
In the stands, I keep hearing a crew of ladies, and she was one of them. And I was like, hey, listen, that's my baby. I don't care. Get that child off of. It's football. The play is over when somebody's on the ground.
But my child was laying down there for a very long time.
Now listen. Now check it out. Yes, he was. Now, okay, so at one play, Austin is planked out on the floor, on the ground. Play is over. They go, Dad, you got to come and get him. I'm thinking that he passed out. He done got rocked, something. I go out there and I go, Austin. So I'm looking at him. He's laying on the ground. All the parents are leaning around him. And so I go, hey, man. I said, oh my God, my son. So she trying to get down there too. So he opened his eyes and go, Dad, do they see me? And I was like, I go, what? He said, are they looking at me? I'm like, everybody looking. I said, what's going on? He goes, I made it. You made it? What are you talking about? And so he goes, I wanted everybody to see me. And I go, I started losing it then, what?
I'll be his date at the Oscars.
Hey, I'm like, are you playing right now? And look, the other kid, everybody taking a knee.
It was very convincing.
Listen, all the teams taking a knee. They think it's out because of the big dude that's done leaned on them every game. They thought so. I literally pick him up. He's in the plank position. She comes in there, oh my baby. I just put her in his arm, take him with you. But at the same time, she
finished the game now.
He did finish it, but she thought the kid was beating him up. He got on shoulder pads and stuff. But at the same time, when she realized that he was putting on, I'm like, what you gonna do now? He putting on. He just got tired of the dude leaning on him.
Well, y'all were doing bad coaching too, because when y'all saw how big my child should not have been on the
Sounds like
offensive
it
line.
is, baby.
Y'all should have pulled him back because he should not have been on that O line as big as those kids were.
Okay, shout out to my coaching staff at the time. We only had 16 kids. We had to play everybody.
Yeah, play him somewhere else.
Everybody had to play. I'm talking about the entire game. They were running plays. They were running, listen, if there was a game where you played with heart, or if there was a, good try game, that was that game. Nobody showed up and all the kids played the whole time. If you were on the bench, get ready to go back. I was the bench coach, my job was to literally motivate you to go back in there and get hurt some more. So that's why go back in there, son. They need you. My son was on they gave my son oxygen when it didn't even have any in the tank. They just had it out there. I'm like, this thing ain't even on. There's no oxygen in here, son. Get back out there.
Okay.
We want to hear about Crystal's balance now. Okay.
So Chris, man, welcome to the show, big homie. My son, he says, man, sometimes it's hard for mothers and parents, man, to see how the kids being treated by either the coaches or the other team. That's hard. He also says,
you talking about my drip?
Oh, he says mom's she's dripping.
Pretty drippy.
Oh, she come drip to the game.
Yes,
He's talking about right now. I'm pretty drippy right now. And
drip now, okay.
You are. It's cute, girl.
Look, my mother's Day gift. So my husband, I said, I'm like, what's going on the show, baby?
He said, I don't think getting hurt is a problem in sports. It teaches about life.
So I disagree.
Okay, so what do you think
that's my kid?
Yeah, what's the biggest challenge?
The hurt part, I'm gonna go backwards. So I remember being in Paris, and my son at a basketball tournament got a concussion, and they sent me the mothers because we sit together. Yeah, I wasn't there. My husband was.
Oh, okay.
And the mother sent me. He was diving for a ball, which I'm just very. He went up for the rebound, got knocked down. My baby's head hit that ground and bounced back up. He ain't let that ball go though, so he kept the ball. But when I saw the video, I was freaked out. So they took him to the emergency room or whatever. He had a concussion. Did no concussion protocol. My son played the rest of the tournament because that's who his daddy is. But no, that's a concern, right? Like especially if you want to play higher level basketball, it's definitely a concern. I do feel like it's a concern that you get hurt. I don't think you have to get beat up to learn to be tough. And I do think the hard part for me is my son not having what he wants, right? Like we were at a professional basketball game the other day, talking to a parent of a player. And she was talking to us about her son and some of his struggles, who's on the professional basketball team. And before we know this woman relatively well. So as she started talking, I just started seeing my child's struggles. And I'm like, this man has made it to the league, been in the league a decade. And you his mama, and you still feel like what Crystal Wright feels like with Chris Wright, right? And so we connected, and it was on like another level. And I don't know that Galen could understand it because he couldn't feel like a mama feels, right? So she was talking about, calling even down to like, her prayer warriors, praying for her child. And this is a grown man in the league. And I was like, you don't get how mother feels. And she said, I don't care if he continues to play. I want him to be happy. I want him to have peace. And that's the thing. If your child desires something, you got a kid who just want to be on the team, I don't care what y'all got me doing, I just want to be on the team. That would feel amazing to me. I've never had that. My daughter as a cheerleader, all-star cheerleader, was always the top of the top, right? Like she was always, next level in everything. So everything she desired, she could grab hold of. And she had coaches who motivated her and then allowed her to go straight to the top. Chris ain't had that. And so to watch my child want something from 5 years old coming to me and saying, I want to play basketball. And me finding the mini dribblers, the Hawks mini dribblers, and putting him on that team and watching him grow and develop as a player, and him being knocked down at every level. And then being able to go to college coaches like, oh my gosh, just get bigger, just get this, and just do that, and recognize his talent. But the level that he's on, he is, y'all don't even, the things that my child has seen and been through, and the things that we've had to pray about and seek God about, and be there for him. If he threw up his hands today and said, I don't want to do that, I want to do something else, it would honestly be the only reason I would have a problem with this, because I know what God said about his life. So I would have a problem with the spiritual, but I wouldn't, because for the past 10 years, my son has struggled. And to talk to the mother of the active NBA player and says that her child is still enduring the same struggles. And this man has been playing for over a decade, and you still having this conversation with your baby that I'm having with my baby. That's the hardest part for me, is not being able, because I am a control freak. Y'all pray for me. Is not being able to control that, right? There are certain things in my child's life I can control, but I can't make this happen for you. And so seeing you cry, seeing you be broken, seeing you work so hard and keep getting knocked down, baby, that thing is hard. I think it's in life, right? We're talking about sports here, but I think MJ is an actor, and it's the same. He's had a great measure of success, but when he doesn't get the things that he wants, that's as a mother, right? I'm like, go to law school. You can come work for me. Yeah, you'll always have a job, right? That's what I want for my kids. If I could create a space for you, I would. But this is not a place I could create a space. And see, that's testimony right there, because that's God. Because I am a control freak, and I do believe that if I had the ability to create the space right here, it would be created, and God take that out of my hands. You see that? Mm-hmm. Learn something on. Talking with show now.
You
gonna pass the offering plate around?
Y'all do not get hype over here by God. But that's it. Don Finney said they can't be players and babies too. Mr. Finney, let me tell you something. Where your wife at? Put your wife on there. Shit. Don is one of my most favorite people. I love him with my entire heart. And they're gonna always be our babies, right? Like I said, this is I'm talking to a mother of an NBA player, and she has told me that, look, I had to call my prayer warriors in because my baby was hurting, right? So y'all might feel like they're not babies, but these, let me tell you something. That's our heart walking, right? No matter how. So you'll never be able to feel it like a mother. That's why we get so celebrated, because we can feel that thing, and we are praying, and we are pushing, and we are calling, and we are finding, and we are just trying to make sure that our children stay motivated and stay grounded, while dads are like, you need to toughen up. Hey, look, no, zero emotional support, right? I might get a prayer out, but zero emotional support. Hey, put Lynn on, Don Finney, because I'm reading the chat. Put Lynn on. Get on the screen. Look.
Let's welcome some other people to the show, man. Larry Wright, my dad, welcome to the show. MJ is on as well. James Littlejohn, man. Yes, MJ is back on. He's on. Welcome to the show, MJ. My dad and my cousin Michael Wolf, man. Hey, he says happy Mother's Day to all you all, man.
Thank you, baby.
All right. And I think what my wife is saying is, no, you good, baby. You good. What my wife was saying is the same thing that we see here. And this is an NBA player whose mom is still involved, or was still involved. Y'all remember this right here. This AI, his mom is braiding his hair while he's playing. Never knew that was
his mother. Thought that was just some random girl.
That's mom dudes,
Braiding his hair at the game one.
At the game.
Obviously, don't play the radio about her child.
Don't play the radio about her child.
Where's daddy at? Somewhere complaining.
And that brings up what I want to talk about too. Is we talked about how the professional players, I guess they always celebrate their mom. I guess when they're on TV, whatever the case may be. But I guess unfortunately, in a lot of situations, we're in a blessed situation where our children have grown up with both parents. But there's a lot of situations where a lot of these players come from single family homes, which 99% of the time is led by a mother. Mm-hmm. So I think that's the other reason that a lot of these players give the props to their moms too. And hey, shout out to the moms. Whether you are married or whether you're single, I've always said that the moms are the mainstay of the family. They're the ones that keep the family together, keep the family moving. Like you say, Crystal, we're the ones that we'll support behind the scenes. We try to toughen up, but the moms are the one that I think the mainstay of the family and keep the family grounded and rooted.
Yeah.
So shout out to all moms.
Yeah.
Thank you, baby.
Absolutely, man. I know we have a couple. I know mothers that I always see out there. Ezekiel Elliott's mom, I always see her out there. Kevin Durant's mom, like you said, AI, LeBron James' mom used to be out all the time. These are mothers that you always see, but they've raised great men, man. And the moms are great people, man. And we love them. And we are definitely.
What's Corey? What is Corey?
Y'all are definitely a blessing to us. I know I can speak for Chuck and Corey that you all are a blessing to us, man. To have you all.
Thank God for me.
Hey man, my mama didn't come to nothing I did.
What did you say, Corey?
I said I love my mama to death, but she didn't come to nothing after 7.
Yeah.
My mama, listen, she came to pick me up, but that was it. And you want to take?
Yeah.
Listen, when I tell you, like on a lot of times she go, it's just too much. It's too much going on. I gotta go home. I got, she got other kids to take care of. She go, listen, I can't make it everything. I mean, you made it enough.
In my mother-in-law's defense, when Corey was a teenager, she had a brand new baby, and she was finishing grad school. So,
come on, Mama.
Listen, she paid for it.
You lived.
Look, she go. Did y'all win? No, I ain't missing that. No. Hey, but I will say this here.
It's too hard for y'all to lose. Absolutely. I'm in grad school and y'all losing. I got a paper due and y'all losing. Absolutely not.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you though. I didn't fault her for that. She just wasn't a sports parent. I mean, in the beginning, yes, baseball she would get me there, but then I just started being way more active in a lot more things, and she was just like, "You just doing too much." All right, okay, you can't. I'll pick you up. But then she stopped picking me up. Wow. I'm like, damn. I called her. I mean, let me tell you, I called her one time. I was like, Mama, I said, can you come pick me up? Not slaying niggas on.
Watching this show.
Like,
you about to get a phone call. Do your mama watch this show? No. Okay, good.
Hear the same? No. Good, let them tell you.
I'll tell her about it.
The game show, watch the show.
Do not feed into that. This is not funny.
Listen,
I'll tell her about it though.
Look, she'll get bits and pieces if like my cousin show her something. She go, "Oh, that's nice. That's how you got finna do your show." Okay. Listen, man, I love her to death. It was just like certain things, she felt like she needed to support me on in different ways. But the sports situation, she could do without it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, trust me, she supported me in a lot more different ways. It was just when it came to sports, because for one, like I mean, when I said I'm playing soccer now, she go, "You doing that too?" Oh my god! Oh my god. And I go, "I need soccer shoes." She'd take me go get the shoes, whole outfit, But it's what was it? Oh, them kids doing stuff. But as far as doing is like coming to a game. One game, like when I bowled, she'd come to like watch me bowl every now and then,
You did a lot. I'm not coming to watch you bowl.
Listen, listen. Let me tell you.
Don't get me started.
So, where the bridge was gapped was, I had a stepfather that kicked in like a turbo booster. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So where she didn't want to, he was there.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. So it was like, though she'll pay for it, he coming, somebody coming. Somebody
so you can support it. You just want to get on here and complain. Got it.
Yeah. That was, like I said,
she talk trash about your mama.
Look, she'll buy the equipment. She just ain't coming to the game. She ain't coming to watch.
So, being that Chuck, did you coach at all?
Nah, I ain't coach.
You didn't coach.
Too evil to coach.
He said too evil to coach.
As a wife and a mother, have y'all learned anything from more about the sport from your husbands or your children? What a question.
So yes, I'm going to take a lead on this. Yes, I have. I remember I tell my husband this all the time. I remember dating, and someone it was the finals were on, and some guy asked me, "Who you got in the finals?" And I was so taken aback and disgusted that he would ask someone like me about sports. Like, I don't even look like I know anything about sports, and I was like, "Ugh, no one. What are you talking about?" So then I meet this one, who is a diehard Cowboys fan. Y'all know this, but if y'all have never watched a game with him, you literally have no idea what I go through. So about our third or fourth date, he asked me to come watch a game with him, but I didn't. Oh, he asked me early on.
You should have brought up with him then.
To go watch a game, but I didn't because I don't do sports, right? So that's not a thing, and I'm not going to be outside of my comfort.
What's wrong with him?
So by the time I did, and we were well into our relationship, so in love, all that, right? By the time I watched the game with him, first of all, I know zero about sports, zero. So they were losing, and losing bad.
We was getting our head kicked in.
But I didn't. So here's the thing: who cares, right? Like, you don't have you don't own this team. These people don't know your name. Who freaking cares? This man was hot, man, but I could not judge, like, gauge, like, he was really upset about these people who do not know him, right? He was so upset. So
do not know him.
he got up to take a plate to the kitchen. I will never forget this, because this almost ended our relationship. He got up to take a plate to the kitchen, and he was taking his stuff to the kitchen. Oh, no. So I handed him my plate. This brother walked off. My plate's in the air. He walked off, and I said, what is your problem? And he was upset because I was asking him questions like, oh, they just missed this touchdown? Just like, did they? But here's the thing. I was literally clueless. I wasn't trying to be funny. I was just kind of like, oh, okay, well, they're not doing that well.
Yeah, she's like, they're not doing it. Why didn't let them score?
I had no idea. This man was 38 hot. Did not take my plate, and I was like, "Oh, this will be the last one."
You don't know how? Hey, you out the door, cuz.
Look, but with him, right? Like, so the other day we were talking about something, and I was like, "So and so, PJ Tucker," and he looked at me, and I was like, "Look at me knowing stuff." So I know a ton more about, like, even watching my son play. I know just a ton more about basketball. Football, I don't know so much. I just know to stay out the way. So what you won't see me doing is watching the Cowboys game. but I do stay out the way for that. But I know more than I ever thought I'd know about, even down to the rules, right? I'm like, oh my God, travel. Oh my God, his feet were planted, right? Like, that's me saying all of this stuff. And I know what I'm talking about now. So I am thankful for you. I am. Happy Mother's Day to you.
So Miss Know-It-All here, she know all about all the game, you know.
No, it's not that I know all about all the games. I grew up in a sports city. I went to a sports high school. My family is in the sports. We watched everything: football, baseball, basketball. So I was already into sports. Like, I came with my own teams that I cheer for.
Oh, very good.
I think I learned more about stats and rules being with him because I just got used to. So I sleep in darkness, but I have a husband who sleeps
with the crew.
Goes to sleep with ESPN. So, you know.
Okay. Wait, hold on.
You don't get the name right before the show is over. He said, talking with the crew.
Sorry.
Look, all right. So we had to have a coming to Jesus moment. I ain't gonna lie. I sleep with ESPN though. You know, it's like. I said, I hear sports even when I'm sleeping. You know, I heard it. I heard the stat. I heard what's going on. She go, no, you didn't. I said, you know what? Some kind of way throughout the day, I go, you know what? I think I heard them say that. I don't want to miss nothing. You know? So she goes, are you going to turn the TV out? Oh, fuck. You know, listen, I done seen you before. What you turn the TV out? Or listen, if it's off and it's over, I turn it back on. Hey, listen. I turn it back on after all the romance is done.
Oh, Lord, Kanisha, and look, what's funny about this is you were saying now that you listen for the
sleepy.
You mostly have the stats wrong on this show. So I'm confused. Turn the TV off.
Oh,
you're not helping. Turn the I hear
Anyway, on Mother's Day,
I think I'm more like how you say, like Galen is when it comes to watching football. Like, my kids literally
don't want to be around her.
Hate If the
Who's your
Browns
team?
are playing, if Ohio State is playing, like
It ain't the Browns, it's Ohio State.
I get real extra when Ohio State is playing.
Do you get upset though? Like physically?
I get very upset. Like if I had the personal number of someone on the sidelines, I would literally call them in the middle of the game. I would.
Tanisha.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I've had Jerry Jones's mail number to his office. And
I have sent the email to the Browns front office before.
me and my Uncle Randolph, we used to call after every game and leave a message on his answer machine. Tell him what
This is so embarrassing.
Why? But why, G? Why?
Maybe one day he'll listen to it. Look.
You just gotta get it off your chest. You
Gotta
gotta get off your chest.
Gotta get it off your chest. Yeah.
High school, Glenville High School in Cleveland.
That's a whole other story.
I
I
admire you. I do.
We had the type of like we're such a sports school. Our cheerleaders would be stopping in the middle of cheers to call penalties that the refs missed on the field. Like it's really, really, really extra. Like especially with football. Now basketball, I'm not quite as bad. I'm kind of like a casual basketball watcher. I don't like get into it until you're getting closer to the postseason. Same thing with baseball for me. I can kind of just look at and see who won until we get to the postseason. But football is a whole. I'm actually glad none of my boys play football because it would probably be a problem. There'd be a problem.
That is hilarious.
Go ahead,
Hey, I have a question for Crystal.
What you got?
I want to know you from Atlanta, right?
Yes.
So who is your favorite NFL football team?
Cowboys, baby.
He tried to get you. He tried to trick you. He tried to trick you. Come on,
No,
man.
I think I remember seeing something or someone telling me something about.
That's why you ain't coming to nothing else. Delete all the invitations. You won't be invited to now another thing. Your brothers can come. You won't be invited to now another thing.
Okay, I apologize.
Don't apologize.
Hey man, I retract my statement, man. I can't come to no more casino nights, man.
Oh, I know, right? Oh, listen. So okay, so look, let's go back to competitiveness. Casino night. Okay, now
if we had a good time.
What?
Such a good time.
You can have a good time.
I was on the video thing. I didn't place a bet. I was on the video thing trying to get my spin on.
You did that, but that was an event.
I look up. So Galen's brother and this knucklehead here are going at it at the table. I'm talking about. Listen,
I don't know what you're talking about.
So he come over and he goes.
So cute. I know you were not out there showing out because you was looking too good.
I don't even gamble.
Thank you.
Look,
very good. Very
call
good.
us out. I got 36,900.
Did you say you don't gamble?
Huh?
No, I do not gamble. In real life, I cannot stand to lose a penny of my money. I cannot.
That's why we stake money, boo.
You was getting it. You was out there getting it.
Getting money. All right. So finally, look. So I look up. Your brother come up to me and go, "Hey boy, hey, listen, this is how I eat. This is what I do. You know, your wife get on my nerve. I'm like, what y'all doing over there? What's going on? You know, like he finna pull some chips. He go, no, you lost my chip. I'm like, what are you doing? Y'all about to fight at the blackjack table. I mean, at the hold'em table.
Oh, that is. I didn't even see you sitting over there.
That's what she did most of her night.
Really?
That was her spot. Yeah. Listen.
That is funny too.
It was a fun, friendly game of poker.
For you.
Going crazy. But now when we in the regular casino, so I literally have to leave when she goes to sleep, or when we go to Cleveland, I have to wait till till she goes night, and then I get in the car and I go to the casino. So let me tell you, one day I'm at the casino. We're on the boat. We're on this where we going? Carnival, Mexico, whatever. So I'm up maybe about $400. So she comes and she goes, "Did you win all that?" I jump. What? Give me that. Take my winnings and leave.
Because we don't give money back.
Look, easy.
We don't give money back.
I'm like, you taking my winnings. Look, then I started losing. Because now I'm playing conservative because she's right behind me. Oh, you win. So I gave her money to go play, take this. She comes back with $12, a winning that said $12 and like 95 cents. She go, I'm up. You up. That's $12.
I wasn't giving that $12
Look,
back.
where's the other money? Right here. All right. You still have more money to play. Go play. No, I'm up. I feel good about myself.
You got kids at home.
Now that's what's pre kids,
We
but
have children.
that money could go towards food or a new bag. Like it wasn't going
Easy, baby, easy.
It wasn't
Yes,
going
it could go towards a new bag. I don't care about food like that, but come on now, bags.
So let me tell one other story about how we started, how this whole situation with sports started with her and her family. So, and I think I tried to tell this story before on the show. So we go to Cleveland, and the Cleveland Browns are playing Cincinnati Bengals, and this is in when
they was
it don't even matter. Yeah, right. Before
Bengals. Stop saying Bengals.
the Bengals, then okay. So
Bengals.
The
the
Bengals.
score, the score was 3-6. You know what I'm saying? I'm like this. So her dad then was like, sit down. I'm not finna watch that. So she go, listen, you need to sit down with my family and watch the game. I'm not watching. This ain't football. I mean, so I said, hey man, listen, this is dude named, I don't know if y'all know it. It's a dude named Michael Vick that's playing in Atlanta right now against the Green Bay Packers. You know, Brett Favre. I said, this is real football playing. Her granddaddy pulls out a pocket knife and go, I'll cut you right now. So now he was playing. Now he was joking, but I'm just saying, like you need to go back in there with my granddad. Now I'm not going in there. Listen, when I tell you, I'm sitting there falling asleep on this game. So there's a little 19-inch TV in the back of her grandma's house. I plug it in. Cable cord back there. Plug it in, and Lord knows the game came on. Falcons, I'm back there watching. I'm going crazy back there. Yeah, well, she come back there. She go, you being rude to my family. Being rude. They being rude to me. You know what?
Well, let me stop you.
Uh-oh.
Stop him.
This season, where you gonna watch your not real football games while I'm watching my team play?
Whoa. Hurricane came in. Say it again. Hold up.
Where you
Not
gonna watch
real.
your not real football games this season while I'm watching my team play. While the real teams play football, where you gonna watch?
Who is not real? What team not real? You talking about the Falcons? Don't do that. What's wrong with you?
Hey, point to it. Point to it, because what's not real? What's not real?
What's not real?
Point to
Talking about my Falcons.
21-3.
Ooh.
Oh, she talking about when we play the.
I'm saying, period. That's what y'all gonna look like this season.
Oh my Lord! Don't see that. That's what
you started talking about my Browns.
I'm talking about. The first time I watched the game with your family. You being personal. Mother's Day. Man, that's wrong. You know what I'm saying is, I had to learn how to accept.
We're gonna keep going with the story. Kanisha done cut the story short. Corey, learn, honey.
No, I don't learn nothing.
I'll return. Let me deal with a toddler.
So what happened? It was a terrible game, right? Game was terrible. So I go back there. I'm watching on this little bit of 19-inch TV. The Falcons playing Green Bay. I'm talking about this is scoring. Michael Vick in his heyday, before the dog situation. And so they come back there. They go, "What you back there doing?" Now I ain't gonna lie to you. In getting to know her people, right? This is before we got married. This is how I gained the respect of her granddad and her dad. So her dad come back there. Hey boy, you all right back here? Hey man, some real football playing right now. I don't know what y'all back there. What's still 3-6? Some field goals? Man, listen, turn the TV on some real football. What y'all doing? So they go, boy, that boy crazy back there. I ain't crazy. I'm not finna sit here and be nice to y'all just because y'all want me to watch, because they diehard Browns fans. And I'm like, hey man, this is garbage. And I mean, that's the first thing I said, this is garbage. And she come over there, don't do that to my dad. He know it. What am I supposed to do? You know, that team is trash.
I am gonna look
And so look, so we having a little argument back at the back because she go, you gotta come back up to the front. When the game say 0-0-0-0, that's when I come back up there.
Corey.
Listen, and so her granddad come out, he go, you know what? I need to talk to you. You finna put me out there. Hey man, I don't care. I'm not finna watch that trash. He go, you know what? I respect that. You know, he said, you want to watch your team. I like my team. You watch your team. I said, okay, as long as you don't get upset. I'm not going to be subjected to watching trash football.
Keith, you got a patience of Job, baby.
And then he had to watch trash for a long time.
They just got better. We talk about Baker Mayfield. Look, so she come up talking about Baker Mayfield. You know, should he be traded? she do well with sports.
She do well with
she
sports.
does.
All right, Chuck. What about you, man? Have you taught Tasha anything over there, big dog?
Yeah, I have. But, I mentioned on the show, we're opposite attracts.
Uh-huh.
Of course, she likes. I won't call the name, but that team that's behind you.
Dookie.
Oh.
And then,
my girl.
yeah, of course, I like North Carolina, and she like Duke. So we have our moments in the house.
Okay.
But I guess she's not avid where she doesn't get. She won't scream at the TV like I do.
Uh-huh.
But she'll throw her little pot shots out there every now and then.
Oh yeah. Was she a Cowboy fan when you met her, Chuck?
Yeah.
That's what attracted him. That's what attracted him.
No, that's
Not what. No.
That's what it was.
No. I'm not gonna let you say that.
So, Chuck, what did you say when your wife told you that she was a Cowboy fan, or when you found it out?
I mean, what could I say? Freedom of choice.
But you a Redskins guy. You know what I'm saying? What
Doghouse with him, honey. Chuck, you right. Whatever your wife wants.
Hey, man. I'm not trying to be in no doghouse, okay?
Smart man.
So she put for her team, I put for my team.
That's right.
Down to the fact that we went to rival high schools. Of course, I went to the illustrious Spartanburg High. And she went to Dorman, which we crossed down. Yeah, we crossed down rivals, so we opposite attracts. She learned a lot more about football. As far as schools and everything. And she get mad every now and then when I say it's a certain penalty, like might be the high school game, and I say it's one thing, and then I'm coming back and I'm wrong. She'll say, "I thought you said it was this." I can make mistakes too.
That's wisdom right there.
Hey, she need them. She need that, man. You giving her wrong information, man. She go out there telling people that stuff. Hey, that's awesome. We about to say, Corey?
I said she took me to one of those high school Glenville games. Me personally, I didn't see what the hype was, but whatever,
Kanisha.
Yeah, he don't really mean that. You can tell by where he's saying it.
Look, don't call my husband phone after the thing tonight. Kanisha gonna have some talk to you too. Don't call my husband phone. Y'all ain't gonna be able to debrief this one.
Regular high school playing. I didn't.
No. Your school does regular high school playing. My high school trains people for the NFL.
Oh, talk to him.
We're not the same.
Yeah. Hey, you're going back to what Quincy College told us about your high school there.
Hey, listen. I know what high school I went to. You're right. It's not what it's for. But when you tell me that this is a high school,
you can Google my high school though.
Google mine. It's down
and nothing comes up. But you can Google mine.
Ronald E. McNair, the first black astronaut.
He went to your high school.
Baby, next time. Look, this man can say anything. That's how you gotta go to work, Corey. That's how you gotta be a work boo.
He was an astronaut.
He went to your high school, Corey?
No, he did not go there. They just made
so why you bringing it up, man?
Hey, he did go there.
No, he didn't.
Like Corey with them stats. No.
Yeah, I gonna say
no, that wasn't me with the stats. I don't do bad on my stats.
I watched the show.
So your husband do bad on all of us do bad.
He does, honey, he does, and I would let him know. Y'all need to have some research. You do.
Somebody, hey, listen.
You do. I know I have heard Corey not giving.
Yeah, somebody cheated a lot.
Somebody be cheating on stats. Hey.
That might be my husband. That's what we do over here. Whatever it takes to win.
Hey man, that's been great. Do y'all have any more questions for the ladies, man, before we adjourn?
Oh.
That was so goofy.
Why do I talk to you? I love you so much.
No, I don't have any other questions.
I'm afraid to ask you any more questions. I might just invite.
Ladies, y'all are more than welcome to stay on. We're gonna.
It's 9 o'clock. We about to wrap up anyway.
We're gonna ride this thing.
No, right. He don't know how to transition. She had told me that one time.
We still got a game to play.
Oh Lord, what time you gonna be in the bed? It's 9:11.
Larry Rice said, "Happy Mother's Day, ladies."
Happy Mother's Day, Pop. Love you with my whole heart.
It's not. He's not a mother.
No, okay. Well, to your wife.
Oh.
And we have this whole conversations because without fathers, there are no mothers. So I say Happy Mother's Day to my husband. Also because he's really good to me on Mother's Day and every day. You're an excellent husband. I love you so much. You make my life go round. Are we good to go?
Yeah, you good? You not staying for the
I
game?
have things to do.
Okay, love you.
Yeah, I love you more.
Sure.
Thank you guys for having me. It was a really good time.
Hey, we enjoyed having you.
Bye.
Anytime. Come back anytime. Y'all come back anytime.
All right, man. Hey, sticking with the women. The WNBA started their season this weekend. The Los Angeles Sparks are on a 2-game winning streak, man. They've started out on fire.
Let your girl go.
Yeah, they let Tia Cooper go. But they
just signed her like 2-3 days before that, though, right?
No, she's been on the team for a couple years.
No, I'm talking about they re-signed her. Like, did she redo her contract?
I don't know if she did. You might. I don't know. You might have looked that up for me. Google that. But yeah, they are 2-0. My Atlanta Dream are 1-0 after winning yesterday, and the rookie coaches, man, first game. And the Aces. I know my guy upstairs right there, man. The OG is a Las Vegas Aces fan, and they came out and put it on Phoenix last night. I was 20-point win. They're 1-0 as well.
Yes,
so we got a couple teams, man, that are undefeated. I know the season's early, but I did want to give them their let everybody know, man, that the season has started. So be on the lookout, man. We got to hit some dream games. Chuck, you got to come on down, man. So we gonna hit some of these games, Brody. All right.
Hey, they play the Sparks Wednesday.
Yeah, they play on Wednesday. That's gonna be tough for me.
Yeah.
So it said less than 4 months after signing her new deal with the LA Sparks, Los Angeles Sparks announced on Wednesday that they released guard Tia Cooper. So she had re-signed, during the
during the summer,
during the off season.
Yeah.
So that's why I was kind of confused when when we were talking about that. Why did they let her go?
Was
it personal or there's something detrimental?
They had picked up some guards, man, in her spot. Like I said, they picked up D Brown's daughter, Lexi Brown, this offseason as well. And she came out, on fire this past game. And then also bringing in Seattle's backup, Miss Canada. She, another one that was playing her position, man. So with them two there, I think the minutes would have been limited for a team.
But I'm saying, how do you let somebody go after you just signed her, re-signed her?
Yeah.
How does that work?
What was the contract for? Does it give the numbers for the contract at all?
No, that's what I was saying. Is if the contracts are different, can you let a person go after you just re-sign them? Because they also let go reserve Arella Guirantes and then a second round pick Kiana Smith. Mm-hmm. But what I was just confused were when you re-sign a person, like I said, they less than 4 months, before the start of the season. You just re-sign me for whatever amount, do that. Am I still guaranteed that money? How does that work whenever you just re-sign somebody in the WNBA?
That's a great question.
I've never seen where they have guaranteed money.
Oh, is it not guaranteed? Okay.
That could be the case.
Could be the case. That contracts aren't guaranteed.
That's what Larry Wright just said too.
Yep.
Yeah, it said right after signing her new deal, I don't know, that's backwards, ain't it? Okay.
Yeah.
So has she been picked up by anybody?
I haven't seen.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. And there's not a lot of roster spots for these players on these teams, man. So, and I heard one of the ladies on the Sparks complaining about these first and second round players being cut. And they don't have a team to go to. And I think we talked about this on the show a couple shows back about should the WNBA add another team or add another two teams?
Yeah,
because these are good players that are being let go, and now they're on the street or they have to go overseas and play.
Yeah.
So,
you know.
so from what I'm reading here, so she was guaranteed on her contract. The base salary was $60,471. But if that money is not guaranteed, then it says here, the options to play overseas are, they said the money overseas are more guaranteed. Once they finish playing overseas, they're all that money has been given to them.
Right.
So okay, so that's one of the reasons why why they go and play overseas for the guaranteed bread.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Oh yeah.
That I would think that too, and the fact that the salary the salaries in the WNBA are not that great.
I can see, yeah.
So,
60
I guess
grand.
to offset that too, I think that's why they go overseas.
Now look at it. Okay, so the full season is what, 32 games or 36 games?
It's going up this year, and I can't remember what it's going up to. What is it now?
I thought it was 36 games, but you saying is it in 40s now, or what you saying?
Let me see. I think Chuck looking it up right now. Chuck, you looking it up?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Okay. I think last year was like 20 something, right? 28, something like that. And I thought it went up. It may have gone up 36 or maybe
36 total games.
36.
Okay, so let's do the math.
12 teams.
12. Okay. So if we do, if I'm just throwing some numbers out here. So it was $62,471 divided by, let's say 30. You said 36 games.
Yeah.
So like about $1,700 a game. Now I know taxes and all that stuff got to come into play, but is that a significant amount of money? Is that competitive wages for the WNBA?
I think some players make more.
Okay.
I think that the high echelon players.
Yeah.
I think their salaries are a lot more. But I'm not sure what the base criteria is as far as how you determine who gets what.
So it says 14 players making 200,000 or more. And those are led by Diana Taurasi, Jewel Lloyd, Breonna Stewart, I believe Candace Parker.
Big name players.
Yeah, big name players. And then the rest, a lot of other people are making 120, around 128.
Okay, so what I saw here says the WNBA's minimum for a player with 0 to 2 years of experience is $58,710. He said, while vets with 3 or more years of experience range from 70 to 120, like Galen just said. So I guess either depending on your experience or the years, but the minimum is 58.7.
58.7. Okay.
Now this is, like you said, now they just took the games at the 36 this year, right? So 58 for 28 games last year. I mean, I guess that's not bad for 28.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
So then, if you want to make some other bread after 28 games of playing basketball or a season of 28 games, you go overseas and kind of make another 50.
Now Larry Wright saying
a meal.
Yeah.
Larry said, my pop said, man, they make a meal. Brittany was making a meal in Russia when she was playing.
Meal?
A meal.
Oh, and they done moved her again. And so I was watching CNN, me and my wife, and we were listening to NPR. They moved her, and her Russian, I guess they call it Russian lawyer / communicator, because it ain't like you can send a lawyer from the USA and our rules apply over there, but they've moved her. They don't know where she is right now.
That's what I was saying the last time.
Yeah, they don't know where she is, man. Her communicator that goes to like the the U.S. embassy or whatever, because they trying to ask those questions. Where is she? They moved her because they're giving her another like jail assignment. So they put her in another location, man. So I'm concerned, bro.
Yeah. Really, me too, man. Dad says, remember, guys, they don't draw a large crowd. Yeah, they're not drawing a large. It's getting larger, but yeah, the crowd is not as, and the sponsorship is still not there for them to get the the contracts that of course, the NBA is getting, but it's getting better. It's getting better. I know they're starting to sell out the 6,000 arenas now and the 10,000. So it's going to happen. They can do it in college. They sell them out in colleges, so it should be happening soon. Well, so.
I think a lot of, I guess, the college athletes now that have these NIL deals, if they have an extra year to play in college,
they gonna play.
They go play in college, which would be more money.
Right.
They come to the WNBA at this particular point in time.
Right. All right, fellas, man. Let's go to the NBA real fast, man, and talk about these games. We got a 2-2 matchup now, man, with the Suns and the Mavericks. I know we was kind of putting the Phoenix Suns up there already, going to that chip, or at least going against the Warriors. The Mavericks, they said they got something else to say about that, man. I know I talked to Chuck earlier, man. He said, hey, that's just because CP3 was in foul trouble all game.
CP3 is in foul trouble all game. The Mavericks had one guy that went out his mind shooting today. That won't be consistent every game. So I still think the Suns go take it. It won't be, of course, it won't be in 5.
Right.
Hey man, you know what? I'm gonna cut it off, man. I got a controversial question to ask both of y'all. Because I know we try to get around both, but I want to make sure, because it's on me right heavy right now. So Ja Morant got hurt. Yeah. Did y'all see the situation with Ja Morant getting hurt?
Yeah.
And the situation where Poole, grabbed on his knee.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm watching, I'm reading blogs. Some people are saying that this is a dirty play. He did it intentionally. Some people saying that this is a basketball play. I want to get y'all opinion, man. I want to see how y'all feeling, because I know how I feel about this, but I want to know before we go. But I want to make sure I got enough time, because I know right now they're trying to call. Some people are trying to call him dirty. Some people saying he broke the code. Some people are saying that, it's going to be some retribution behind this. He should be suspended. Some people saying it's a basketball play. Where y'all at? If y'all are up to speed on what happened, tell me how y'all feeling about this.
Yeah, me and Gabe were talking about it. I just read a little bit of it about them saying that Poole, I guess, pulled on his knee or what the case may be. But
so you didn't see the play?
I didn't see the play. I watched the game, but I guess I missed that play. I just saw where Ja Morant started rubbing and holding his knee, and then eventually they brought him out and he was limping pretty bad. But I guess for some reason I missed that play where they're talking about Poole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But, go ahead, Chuck. I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. You go ahead.
I don't think it was a dirty play. It didn't, for him to really hurt him. I mean, he had to be strong as a mug to pull him to pull his kneecap off, or the pull it that much. I don't know what he was doing, because the ball wasn't even in reach when he was reaching. So that's questionable. But I don't think it was I wouldn't call it a dirty play. Poole never been a dirty guy. But boy, Chuck has it right here. Go ahead and play it, Chuck.
Oh, stop, Chuck.
Stop, yeah. Right. And I thought the first hit was worse than the knee hit, the knee grab thing. The punch, he punched in there to try to. That was a lot. I thought that was a little more than the knee grabbing, and so I don't think it was dirty. I don't think he should be suspended. I don't think it was that. I think that Ja Morant feels like they were trying to be extra physical with him,
antagonizing. It's playoff basketball, Yeah. I kind of agree with you in a sense, because like some people saying that he broke the code, and I'm like, there's no code broken. You know what I'm saying? He was now at some point, you know how you just grab on a person, you know, being antagonistic, you know, trying to.
If you know his knee that's his bad knee. That's what he's talking about. That's his sore knee already.
I just when I watched it in fast speed, in slow motion, you would think that, but in fast speed, they're just trying to trap. You know, nobody sitting there go, okay, let me reach at his knee, you know, and hit it. You know, Poole wasn't trying to do that. Mm-hmm. When I watched it in fast speed, fast motion, fast timing, he was just trying to be antagonistic. You know, like I said, he wasn't close to the ball, but you know, he just grabbing at somebody. So, all right. So I when I listened to a sports show, you know, what if they grab his shoulder? What if they grab your stomach? You know, like some players like Shaquille O'Neal said, he got grabbed everywhere. One person he grabbed him out of, you know, the balls.
Yeah.
They just grab it. They're just trying to be antagonistic. You know, it's a part of basketball. Yes. You know, you get hit, but to say that he needs to be suspended or that he broke the code, I just disagree, man. I really do.
So another question I have is, when that happened, was Ja Morant already? Because I can't remember. I just watched it now. So was Ja Morant already, I guess, showing signs that his knee was bothering him?
No.
It's been all serious. I think that's been the thing about, you know, his knee, his right knee, his right knee. Okay. You know, that's been an ongoing topic with Ja Morant. So it's well known, it's well documented. Everybody knows that. You know,
the only thing that I say this here, the play beforehand, Ja just went up 2 feet. You know, a serious dunk. He just had like 3 plays in a row where he just did some amazing stuff. You know, he's jumping out the gym. Mm-hmm. So I don't think that it was. It's just hard for me to believe that Poole, because Poole was having a good game too. You know, for him to say I'm finna go out and just beat them, they were trapping. They were trying to trap him, trying to antagonize. You know, you want to. I ain't saying beat a person down, but that's basketball sometimes. So that's why I'm saying it's hard for me to say. And then on top of this, even if this is your you know, knee that hurts or whatever, to grab somebody's knee and think that you could, you know, dislodge the kneecap or, you know, put it out of place when, you know, he already wears a cover, protective cover, and, you know, a leg guard or legging over top of it. It's just hard for me to accept that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I tend to agree with you on that, big dog. I don't think they was trying to injure him.
Okay. I didn't know how y'all felt, but I was like,
if it was Chris Paul, I might say,
the dirty player.
You know, yeah. You know, if it was Grayson Allen or Draymond Green, you know, maybe I might change my tune. I've never seen Jordan Poole try to do anything like that. So
yeah. Larry Wright trying to force a turnover. Correct. Yeah.
I just watched it again in real time, and it just looks like to me that the ball, Ja was dribbling the ball. Mm-hmm. The ball dribbled slightly toward that knee. Jordan Poole tried to reach for it, and then Ja Morant dribbled it far away from him. Mm-hmm. That's the way it looked to me. So to me, it didn't look like anything intentional.
Yeah.
Now I would say it would have been intentional if Ja had already shown signs of it already bothering him. Mm-hmm. And then you come back after he's showing signs of already bothering, and then you come back and snatch on that knee like that. Then that might kind of be.
That might be a little different.
Yeah.
So James just wrote, it wasn't a basketball play, but he don't think it was dirty. But why is it not a basketball play? I'm trying to trap you. You know, I mean, I'm doubling up on you. So wherever I'm hitting, I'm just trying to get in your way at this point.
Because I think when you go to swipe at a ball, you don't go to grab and pull. You know, in basketball, you're not grabbing and pulling. That's not in basketball. You know, you go to hit the ball, you knocked it out, you trying to go get it. So that I think, you can look at. I mean, we can dissect this thing a whole lot of different ways, man. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's gonna be tough, but without Ja there, man, it's gonna be tough for them. But you know, they was 21-2 without him.
So I'm gonna go back to your theory on that one. So you told me and Chuck one time, you know, when we were battling against this, that they were better without him in certain instances. You know, that they were, you know, they were what you said 20. What was this stat?
21-2.
21-2. Will this 21-2 team show up against the Warriors?
I believe they will. I believe they will.
You think they have a chance to win without Ja in the lineup?
I do.
So Galen, you so you think they got a chance? You think they got a chance to win it without Ja in the playoffs at Golden State?
They played well without him. They played well without him.
That was regular season, G. This is these are the playoffs against Golden State.
The Golden State, man. I know. I said it's gonna be a tough task, but I see them boys stepping up.
So your prediction is that Memphis will win the next game.
I got them winning the next game.
If Ja don't play?
If Ja don't play. I got them going 2-2.
Wow.
Did y'all? I sent.
They played in Golden State. You know that, right?
Yeah, they played in Golden State.
And you saw how Golden State shot the ball the other night.
They shot it well. They shot it the best they've shot it.
71%, right? I think 71%.
They won't shoot it that well.
Without Ja in the lineup for playoffs.
Yeah.
Because Ja was Mr. Everything for them in this last game.
Look, they play an entirely different game when he's out.
So let's do an average of the last 3 games. We're talking about 36 points, 10 rebounds, you know, about 8 assists is what they're gonna be missing out on in the playoffs.
Somebody's gonna step up.
Well, they give a man back, don't they? With Brooks or whatever.
Yeah, Dylan Brooks. Yeah, they get him back.
He's a defensive guy, right? He's not a scorer.
He can score. Yeah, he can score. I mean, he get about 15, but he might go up to the 20s while Ja's out. So y'all will see, man. Let's move on to this Bucks Celtics game. Yeah, I don't know if y'all got a chance to watch that game, but it was a heck of a matchup. Bucks winning at the buzzer. Well,
bad call at the end.
Okay, so
Smart.
Yeah, that should have been 3, but they shot 43 free throws or 44 free throws.
Who did? I didn't see the game.
Celtics.
44 free throws?
44
something
free
like
throws.
that. Yeah, something crazy.
44.
Wow.
Yeah. So and now they want to go back to that one call. Like, oh man, we lost again this bad. Y'all shot 43 free throws to their 17.
And the game
and then shoot 1 free throw in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
something crazy. Like
the Bucks.
It was like the last 12 minutes of the game or 16. Oh, it was something crazy. They didn't even get to the line.
They didn't get to the line.
And this game was in Milwaukee.
Yes.
And he shot 44 free throws.
Yes.
Wow.
But I will say this here. Tatum had a terrible game. Oh, who said, yep, Tatum was terrible. Right. Yeah. And they still barely won, you know. Mm-hmm. Tatum even said, listen, I got to step up, you know, but they still had a chance.
Yeah.
So what does that say for the Bucks?
That says this is not the first time Tatum has had a bad game against him. So, you know, it's telling you that in order for them to win, Tatum has to have a great game. He can't have a subpar game. And this is 2 out of the 4 games they done played. He didn't have subpar games. So, and credit to their defense, man. The Bucks are playing great defense. They're playing great defense. They let with 44 free throw shot, 43, whatever. That's why they were close. That's why they was close. That kept them in the game. Those penalties. Also, Marcus had a bad game too. I think he and Tatum went 0 for like 14 in the fourth quarter. So that's that. We got a great series right there. I mean, my brother seems to say the Celtics will win in 6. I don't know, man. I don't know. I know you got the Celtics winning too, Decatur's mama. So The game that we thought was going to be a sweep. Well, I know I thought it was going to be a sweep. The Heat and the 76ers.
Embiid
has come back, the masked man, and turned that series around.
The MVP.
MVP.
His presence. He's not having a great game. It's his presence.
I would say it don't matter. Yeah, right. You said him in the lineup. Yeah,
him in the lineup, man.
That big body in the middle.
Yeah. He's making a difference.
Yeah.
He's making everybody around him is playing much better now that he's there. I was high on the Heat, man. The Heat, they ran the Hawks out of the gym. They started off with the same thing against Philly, and now on the road, man, they are struggling.
So let's do this here. I'm trying to hit you like Chuck hit you.
Okay.
So Embiid was our guy. Well, at least he was my guy. Was he your guy, Chuck?
Yep.
I think you were Jokic, right?
Yeah.
So without Embiid, them first two games, like you said, Miami wiping them out. Embiid in the game is showing you the difference. Like I said, right now, his job is he said, my job is to get us back 2-2. Not up the series.
Right.
Let's get us back to 0-0.
Right.
Tell me now, do you feel any different about your MVP choice?
And I can say yes because I'm not seeing Jokic play right now. But seeing Embiid out there, is he putting up MVP numbers?
He's putting up MVP presence.
Right.
MVP presence. That's what we're going with. MVP presence.
They are a different team without him being in the
Yeah.
We saw it the first two games in Miami.
Yeah. I mean, I think every team is like that without their best player, besides the Grizzlies. But
Lord.
everybody.
I knew you were gonna say the
best player, right? If your best player is out and they come back, that should make your team better. I mean, that's not a
So the Lakers was without LeBron and AD, but when they came back, y'all didn't make it to the playoffs.
They weren't good. And that's why
I'm just using your analogy now.
That's why they're not in the MVP talk, right? That's why we don't have them in there.
Okay, I just use your analogy how you said the teams get better when their stars come back.
Yeah, I mean, we did win some games when he came back.
My bad,
So,
G. My bad.
I guess what I'm trying to say is if they come back and knot it up 2-2, or what would it take for you to switch over? Let's say if the 76ers came and won the series. I know I hate to go ahead of ourselves, but if they did win the series, would that change
that? And Embiid shows out. Yes, he can't be giving me 13 points. I can't.
Go. I'm sorry.
The only issue is with Miami, they don't have anybody in the middle that can play. So it's no, like my dad said, man, Bam can't control the middle. He's a John Collins, too small to play him, So but if they come back and win this thing with behind Embiid putting up 25, 27, yeah, I'm with you, dog. I'm with you.
But gee, give him some credit. The dude is out there with a
broke
crack,
face. Yeah,
hurt face.
Yeah, I mean
hurt face. A banged up thumb.
Yeah.
But he's still out there playing.
He's deaf. There's only 2 MVP candidates, and I agree with him being one of them. I just thought, Jokic was, during the season, I thought he should have got it.
Jokic got his. Last year,
you can win it more than once.
But we know back to back this year.
They're gonna give
it to Embiid. They're gonna give it to Embiid. Should they? I don't know. But
well deserving.
Well, fellas, man, look. I know we went over again. We at 140. Dang it.
He transitioning. Yeah. Get that look. He transitioning.
I apologize, but hey, it was good calls. Good cause.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
for the
definitely.
mothers.
Great show. Great show.
Yeah, I thought it was a great show, man. And I thank Kanisha, Miss Tasha, Crystal. Thank y'all for being outstanding mothers, outstanding wives. Thank you all the mothers that's out there, Larissa Jones, Cheryl Wright, Alicia Roberts. Yeah.
He went to see who's on the chat and disconnected himself.
Right, so
Well,
what we'll do, we'll go ahead and finish it off. You know, my man G has somebody has hit the inner stroke on him and cut him out. So Chuck, you got anything to add?
I done turn the whole screen on. Look, trying to look at me.
Hey, we about to cut it. Got anything?
Look, man, we appreciate each and every one of y'all rocking with us today, man. Excellent show. Episode 4 in the books, man. My dad, Larry Wright, my son, Chris Wright, MJ, James Littlejohn, Rodney Littlejohn, Matthew Wright, Michael Wolf, Alicia Roberts. Hey, we Don Finney, my dog, man. Appreciate you rocking with us tonight, baby. Tell Lynette, man, happy Mother's Day. And anybody else that was out there on Twitch, man, that we didn't see, anybody on Twitter, anybody on Facebook, we didn't get to see, man. Thank y'all for rocking with us. We appreciate you all. Hey, this episode should be on Apple Podcasts. We had ran out of storage, so the last 2 shows didn't make it. I had to clear some stuff up, man. So I think we got enough storage now to be on the Apple Podcast, man. So we thank y'all for my dog, the OG, Chuck Littlejohn, for Takeda's mama, man. Great job, fellas. I love y'all, man. We'll see y'all on Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
Wednesday, we're gonna try to get Justin Hall on. Justin Hall, he's just been signed with the Las Vegas Raiders. So undrafted, and they just signed him, man. So we're gonna get his story on here, be able to interview him a little bit. So should be good, man. Should be good. And we will get to your game, Chuck. We will get
No problem.
Fellas, hey man, we out. We're gonna take y'all out on this today, baby.
There you is.
Yeah.
Hey, what you did? You got up and then came on. What's up? What?
All right, fellas, man. We'll see y'all Wednesday, baby.
All right, man. All right, peace.
Peace.